Chrysler engineers have just released a fix to close a security hole that allows hackers to control cars remotely. They released that recently. The move comes after it was discovered that hackers could actually disable brakes, shut down the engine, even drive a car right off the road. Through Chrysler's Uconnect system. The problem affects Jeep Cherokees, Chrysler 200s, and Dodge Rams made since late 2013.
And joining us now via Skype is John McElroy, an automotive analyst. And John, is this as serious as it sounds?
It really is. I mean, there has been no real bad guys trying to break into cars just yet, but you've got researchers and white hat hackers showing just how easy it is. Now, I said easy, it's not. It takes a big effort. But what this shows is it's absolutely doable. You can hack into just about any car.
And in this case, I think, John, didn't we say, I mean, it took them months to do this. But look, hackers don't care how long it's going to take if they can wreak havoc. And right? I mean, 6 months, a year, it probably ultimately doesn't matter to them. But I do want to ask you about, we talk about Chrysler here because that was the big news in Wired magazine. Ford and GM, they all have the latest technology and all that stuff too. So is this potentially a concern for other automakers as well?
Oh, it is. Look, I'm telling you, nobody wants to talk about it publicly, but all the automakers behind the scenes, this has their hair on fire. They're deeply concerned about it. They don't want to talk publicly about what they're doing because they don't want to tip their hand. They do not want to give away to the hackers how easy it can be to get into their systems.
So what advice do you have for drivers if you have one of these vehicles, John?
Well, you know, in the case if you've got a Chrysler Uconnect system, but remember, it's got to be a Uconnect with a cellular phone connection. If you don't have that, you don't have to worry, at least not just yet. But if you've got, and Chrysler put out a full list of all the vehicles that are affected, you've got to get this software patch and update your system. You can do it yourself. You can download it on your computer, thumb drive, plug it into your car, or you can take it to your dealer and have them do it. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes to update your system, but it is something that you can do fairly easily.
You know, John, we understand that 2 U.S. senators are pitching legislation that would actually create like a rating systems for consumers, letting them know how protected their cars would be or are from hacks. Do you think that is something that is helpful, and do you think it's a good idea?
Well, look, something's got to be done, right? But as soon as you start rating cars, that's a danger. I mean, the cybersecurity people tell me don't put a rating on the car, because as soon as a car company gets out there and brags, we've got a 5-star cybersecurity system, that's like an open invitation to all the hackers to go after your system.
Do you think these hacktivists, as they're sometimes called, are doing this to make the car companies step up, or do you think they're really up to no good? They're really going to harm people?
Look, the two guys that the Jeep Grand Cherokee did a big article with Wired magazine. There's videos. It's all over the web today. They're out for headlines. There's a lot of really good cybersecurity people, white hats as they call them, who are doing a lot of good work behind the scenes. They are going to the car companies telling them, hey, I was able to get into your system, but they're not going around running to the public telling, bragging that they were the ones that did it. They're not divulging which cars that they were able to break into. So, I mean, are these guys who just hacked in doing good stuff for the public? No. They're out for headlines. They want to make a bunch of money off this.
Yeah, this is really, though, the price of technology, isn't it? Just the new kind of normal of doing business when you have cars really completely controlled by computers nowadays.
We're in a different world. You just had a segment on cyber bullies. Now we're looking at cyber thieves. It's all over the place.
Yeah, but I guess the big takeaway message here is if you have one of those cars, like you said, we've got a link on our website. We want to let people know about WXYZ.com. And Anu Prakash is going to have much more tonight on Action News at 6, telling people what they need to know as well. So, all right, John McElroy, thank you so much for your input on all of this today.
Thanks, guys.